Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of February 8th. This week, you start off with the Three of Spades. I think you've had this card for like the past 3 or so weeks with me. You might have even had it in your February reading. What's interesting is also, that I will say is if you look at the astrology of Pisces, which is your opposite sign, um, Pisces has a lot around health going on and needing to focus on health and take care of themselves and things like that. So, that just might be an echo or something like that off of Pisces or, I don't know. But it keeps coming up for you. So definitely watch your health. Even as I've said in personal readings, I read for a lot of Virgos, and this comes up for them constantly. So definitely watch the health and just stay healthy. Again, it's a warning card more than anything, but it can also be a card of using your creativity as well. I mean, spades cards, if we look at them in more of a positive light, they represent using creativity and spirituality and things along those lines. Definitely also focusing on things like being very determined and very focused on something will kind of pay off big time with this card. So if you're like working on something new, working on a new project, thinking about launching a new project, now that would be the time to do it, especially because you have the Five of Diamonds coming up next, or in two cards. But it's that focused determination that will lead to the success of that thing. And next you have the card of success, the Six of Clubs, which traditional readers would call this success, and that's all they would call it. But this is a big card of learning. A lot of you could be learning new things. Major theme for 2016. I've talked about it like a million times, how the people that really focus on learning something new are going to be paid back like tenfold as we move throughout the year. So you definitely want to be, updating your skills and things like that. It's also a great card for like marketing, I'm hearing, and any of you that are involved in marketing. Really very good time for you at this time, probably a time of high creativity and coming up with some great ideas there. And even if you have your own business, if you have your own business or something, focus on maybe marketing this week, because it seems like that's a very strong area for you. And other than that, learn something new under this card. It is a card of success, but you have to learn something new with this card. Next, we have the Five of Diamonds, birth of ideas. Another thing that comes up a lot for Virgo is the Five of Diamonds. So now is a good time to like start any projects you've thought about starting, even just projects around the home. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a project around work or anything. It could just be something you want to do at home, building something new at home, or just even fixing up a room or something along those lines. Now's the time to do it with this card. Card represents a good time to launch ideas, a good time to take advantage of any ideas you have, even ideas with having to do with relationships. Now is the time to get going there. This is a card of maybe also feeling a little bit restless as well, so you might need to look for ways to kind of like occupy your mind. And really the easiest way to do that is to add like some other thing to your life that you do. So maybe like a new hobby or something like that. A lot of you might need a way to kind of like occupy a part of your mind. You might be like a little busy minded at this time. And what's interesting is it's followed up by the Five of Spades, which is needing to occupy your time. This is a card of being more spontaneous, of adventuring, of needing to look in other areas and things like that. So a lot of you, maybe you have your plans at work, or maybe you have a plan for things, but maybe you need to open up to a new idea, like, and maybe that's a little bit difficult for you, but that's probably what you need to do at this time, is to just open up to new ideas and new things coming to you. And maybe you need to try something that you also don't like agree with 100%, or you don't think will work. So this is especially true if you work in a team. If you're working as part of a team, or you're a team leader or something like that, and somebody comes to you with an idea, while you might not agree with it, it might actually be the right way to go. So you might need to kind of like just accept some ideas. And also, same thing with at home. If you're dealing with something at the home, and somebody in the home has an idea that you might not agree with, it might actually be a good idea, and you might need to listen to it with this card. And finally, end with the Eight of Hearts, which is a great card. Gifts from the universe, better things coming to you. These are things that you have to work for, though. They don't just like magically appear. But also, with this card, if you've done a lot of work in the past on something, this can be that work kind of like paying off now and coming back to you. I'm also getting that if you tried to do something in the past and it didn't work out, but you put a lot of energy, it might be coming back around. So you might be doing something that you thought of doing in the past, or you tried in the past, it didn't work out. You might be doing it now, and it will, as long as you put a little bit of elbow grease in, it'll work really well this time around. So looks like an awesome week. Maybe some things to deal with here and there, but not too big. Definitely watch the health. Can't say that enough. But thank you for watching.